Well, hello again. I have to say, based on the reaction to my last little kitchen video, I thought I'd just keep throwing them out there until you tell me to stop. What I'm going to prepare tonight is one of my favorite, what I used to call bachelor dinners, when I was living in a small northeastern town in Florida above an office, and spent my weeknights there, and then I would commute home on the weekends. And so I made use of what was easy to get, what I had on hand, and the only thing you see in this picture that's really not going to be readily available, but usually is at any supermarket, unless your town is too small like mine was, is the fresh basil. Most of the rest of it you can get everywhere else. I did a little bit of the kind of things that I think most bachelors are capable of. I took the leaves off the basil and I moved the jars out of the way. Garlic, I like to do it the old silly manly way. I spank it, cut the end, cut the other end, and the skin just kind of make a liar out of me now. There we go. Break it up a little bit. It happens to everybody. Anyways, I get the garlic cut into easy chunks to manage. So then I press down hard with the knife blade, always with the sharp edge away, and I hit it and it smashes. And then I just mince it. And it makes it perfect for use in just about anything. Puree goes in first. And what I do with this is it's a little bit thick, and I like my sauce a little bit looser. So I'll take and put the sauce in, add a little water to the can to get all of it out, and that gets the rest of the juice out, and that'll give me plenty of liquid for my sauce. And then the stuff starts going in. I'll show you from the top later, but in goes the garlic. And then the basil, we'll just mince that traditionally, and it's always a pain. But I love fresh. I love fresh over dry, except for parsley. Parsley just doesn't seem to. It almost gets too strong, and it overwhelms a lot of the flavors. Plus, there's a few kinds of it out there, and I'm not quite sure which is the right one for which. So I just stay with the dry because it's easy and does what I want. But I don't mind a few chunks of fresh either. It's always pretty. But that's maybe 2 tablespoons if you were to start to measure. And guys that are going to try this, I don't think I've ever measured anything from this, so just do what you think is okay. And same with the onion, chunk, chunk, chunk. Don't mind big chunks. And I'm sure every real chef in the world has just got his eyes closed and his stomach is turning over because of my technique. But you know what? Don't care. I like what I cook. My food almost always tastes good. And I can't wait to get into our next batch of 3-day salmon. So, and I'm sure you can peel a carrot too. And there's your pepper. Now if I had some green and yellow, I would have used some and then reduced the amount a little bit. I don't like, pepper can overwhelm the taste, so that's about the total volume I like to use. My wife likes a little bit more, but she's not cooking it, so I don't worry too much about that. It still tastes good. And then I just shake in about maybe a teaspoon of oregano, and a little more on the parsley, because that should be the dominant herb in a pasta sauce more than the basil, although basil is critical. So I use well, I guess you'd call that maybe almost a tablespoon. And then I crush it to release some of the flavor. I've been told that works. I don't know if that's true. The smaller you cut your carrot, the more of it will go into actual solution and cook away. You expose more of it to release the sugars, so the sweeter it will get. I like to leave it a little bit so you get the bites and you can feel it when you take the taste. I like more texture in my sauce. The pasta sauce, this is going to be a topping for a Bubba burger. And I like the Bubbas that have the Vidalia onion in them. Alright, that is the mix. Salt and pepper. Put it on to simmer. We'll bring this now. If you just take a look, that's actually a very good looking sauce. Now we're back into favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. Six of them. But it's just like the chicken. Because I use salt, pepper, and Old Bay. Old Bay. When you think you have too much, you have pretty much just enough. Oh, look at that. Put them, oh, even better. And you put them in a place where there's not been some food, so they get a, oh, look at that one. Could it be there's a hot spot on my grill? Now, 4 more minutes. Drop the pasta. This is enough vermicelli for 2 pretty good sized portions and leftovers. Once it's all covered and beginning to cook, then I set the timer for 7 minutes. Remember, I've got about 3 minutes left on the second turn of the Bubbas, and then 2 2-minute turns, so that gives us a total of cooking time for the pasta. Brilliant. Alright, here we go. 4 minutes and 4 minutes. Now we leave the lid up. We turn the burger 90 degrees to get the fabulous, look at that, cross-hatching that makes restaurants so popular. But we leave it for 2 minutes and then we'll turn them again. They're ready. And then I'm going to run inside and turn off the pasta and drain it. Although Sharon has gone in to do that. Alright, this is Sharon's style of the Bubba pasta. And you can tell she's not a bachelor. Bachelors do it man style. I'm getting out the Parmesan cheese, and I got a little thing to tell you about that too. It'll make it last better. That's the Mother Mary's barbecue with some boar's head horseradish sauce. Nice combination. Okay, now to mine. This is how you do it. Just so you know, pretty sloppy. I like mine drowning in it. And actually, you know, everybody thinks this is crazy until they eat it. And then all of a sudden they go, wow, pretty good. But it doesn't take a whole lot to do a nice job. So don't touch the cheese, keep the wrapper on it, touch only the plastic, and then stick it in something to protect it. And there we go, I'm going to eat. See you guys.